And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Block. He'll find Lindsey here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
This is the tight end Fant. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Locke going to keep this himself. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports half. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the gun, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Line 36. Line 37 line.
Throwing again. Smith. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And this one will be brought back to the 22. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Oh, yeah.
Operating from the gun. Locke. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just... And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant on the touchdown pass from Drew Lock. And the Broncos push further out in front. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Check. 53's Mike. Check it out.
From the gun, Lock.
I got you.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Taken down.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing his lock on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. They do go for it. It's Locke, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Operating from the gun, Locke. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Second down.
Throwing on second and long. Locke. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Let's go, D.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Smith. And now here is another interception. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you'll get another one picked off.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up second down. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. To throw again. Locke. Flushed out right. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Intercepted.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
The 47-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
12. Washington, nothing.
On first down, it's Smith. Forced out to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's hauled the way down to the 6-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Smith. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
He takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And the Broncos get there and take him down. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. To try again after the sack. Smith. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
For Terry McLaurin.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
19-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Cortland Sutton on the touchdown pass from Drew Locke.
And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
We'll take that. We'll take that. Here we go.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Yeah, we dominate.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He was brought down by Malik Collins. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
First down and much more here for Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards. First down.
That's another Giants first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Penny. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 15 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
They'll give it to Barkley on the option play.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They get this out left, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Giants are able to grow their lead.
They'll line up for the 2-point conversion.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key word.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Caught right side, Tate. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I can't believe they even let you play. 44, Mike, 44. You ain't doing nothing today.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones looking for Shepard deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to go up top again. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Raiders, nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37.
A handoff to Barkley on the action. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On the carry.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Catch made by Slayton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 6-yard line.
Now Jones sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here's Jones. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Running is Jacobs.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now they'll throw with Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Jones out to the flat. That's caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram.
And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Raiders nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Being chased out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 63 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run through you, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Williams.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Third and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Crosby missed it. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 9, check 9. Set.
take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Bridgewater. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Check.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Bridgewater throwing complete here to Moore.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39.
That's good for a Carolina first. Bridgewater to Moore.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Bridgewater again. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Rodgers now on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Jones hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
That's how you get fired up, baby. That's how you get fired up.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
From the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
For Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. And he is going to lose yardage here. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 40
from the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And a sideline pass that's caught by Thomas. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 25 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there.
Bridgewater. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
16. Packers 6. Joey Slye to kick.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check nickel.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Panthers are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater.
The 3-yard line.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end?
And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Packers 6.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action. Show your quarterback you got a little confidence.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's got this down to the 35. The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12. Throwing, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down, Packers.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
To throw again, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And that one results in 35 yards. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now Teddy on the keeper. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.